Yeah. I don't think we'll ever get him to try that shit again. I remember the puss he made last time, and if I forget, I got a picture of it.
How close I came to curling?
Boy, that would have been an even better picture, Scott. Yeah.
Works the same way?
You made him puke? Oh boy.
Just went like this. You see fucking things?
What the fuck? That goddamn little knife again.
Just gotta leave it on. It's off now.
What happened?
Well, loser lost the other one, and the perfect other one that was. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I fixed it because it wasn't broke, and
I done broke something?
lost it. Fell out of the car, went out in the trash.
It's yours. Oh, this
Cookies.
Yeah.
They said this cookie has a bite out of it.
I tried it.
Somebody's been nibbling. So you brought Mike chocolate chip cookie and then he took a bite out of it? That's nice. Sure Mike appreciates that.
Scott.
Where the kitty cats? There's one kitty cat.
One there, probably one or two here. There's Domino.
They're all passed out sleeping. You think it was the middle of the night or something?
Mickey Company.
Yeah, he is. Look at him over there. What are you waking me up for? Leave me alone.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Everybody go see bees.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock, all right. Where's the... Oh, Fatso's probably in the bedroom over there in the end of the hall. I'm gonna go looking for him. He poked his head out earlier, and I guess he figured that was good enough. All right, Mike. Till next week. Hopefully Gravity's a good movie. Well, at least you didn't fall asleep this time.
Was up early. You.
How do you know I was up early?
Oh. He was up early.
Oh.
I assumed he was talking about me.
What were you doing up early?
I still want to know how there's satellite and video surveillance over at Cousins.
Scott, it's 2014, all right? You can go to the dollar store and buy shit to watch you around the clock. You wouldn't even know it. Button cameras, GPS dots, undercover agents.
All right, boys.
All right, Mike, good night. Till next time. There's no escape from surveillance these days. You are watched everywhere you go. There are cameras everywhere. In cars, buildings, on poles. Oh, look, we got frost on top of the car.
Videotape in my car. Look on my face when you said, what was I doing, Cousins?
Complete with photographic evidence. Hey, it got chilly out here. I'm glad I brought my heavy coat and left the light one at home.
Phone this time?
Yeah, I was just about to ask. Make sure you got it. So we can avoid the freak out when you find out it's missing. 84,565 miles.
Oh, just a few more miles than last week. Who was on it last week?
I don't know. I'd have to go look at the videotape to find out. I don't remember now.
It's probably 84.
Yeah, probably.
And on my way back to Mayapack, maybe I'll see Terry.
Yeah, maybe. But that's a fucked up show. know?
That is fucked up.
You just think about that. You know, I could take a ghost better than I could take something like that. A ghost taking actual form and solid talking and everything else. That would really be a freak out.
I want to see the crypt opened up.
No, that's episode 2. But it's a cliffhanger to episode 3, so which is gonna happen tonight, actually. Oh, tomorrow night.
Walking Dead was not a cliffhanger. That was just a straight up fucking shock.
Oh, Jesus. Well, you gotta remember, this is everything about this show is dark. There are no happy endings here.
My God,
There are simply no
happy endings.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's why I was laughing about that guy, the scientist guy. Says, if you get me to Washington, I can help you save the world. What world? You know, the world is fine. Human civilization is dead. You cannot bring back the dead once they're gone. Well, on Resurrection you can, but not on Walking Dead. You know, the world is already 2 years past Armageddon. What are you trying to save at this point? You know,
there's going to be more dead because more people are dying. Apparently, well, 2 more just died.
Yeah, that's right.
Bullet to the head. Well, 1 got stabbed, 1 got shot.
Yep.
Like the crispy burning. So that was the Moonshine House.
Must have been. They don't really say, but you got to figure they're all basically in the same general areas, running around different directions. So yes, probably is. And those are the only zombies so far in the show that reminded me of Slimer from Return of the Living Dead. Remember?
Oh,
the slimy one from the fucking drum in the basement. More brains.
So was that the end where the army bombed them?
Yeah.
Horrible ending.
Mm-hmm. We had to start to think a little outside the box on the whole zombie show thing. And the one I've got coming on DVD, that's an English show. It's basically it's all about basically is there's a zombie apocalypse like we see in The Walking Dead, except it doesn't go quite as far. And it's somewhere in the middle of all the chaos, they discover a chemical they can inject into zombies that stops the craving for human flesh and basically returns them to some semblance of normal thought patterns. Is that a cut?
Yes, it is.
Yep. Some semblance of normal thought patterns. So what happens is they try to reintegrate the zombies back into society somehow. In some way they can be useful. You know, they stop attacking people. So it's, you know, I don't know how good that's going to be. It got good reviews in England. I don't know how.
Like Shaun of the Dead, sort of?
No, it's not a comedy. You know, it's supposedly a drama, but. And then, of course, there's the French version of the show we're watching now, which is called The Return.
Hate the French. They hate us.
Yeah, but they're making some good fucking TV shows lately. And apparently they're going to have a season 2 of the French version also. It's in production now. So we'll see what happens there. But the French version, instead of having people reborn all over the world and shit like that, like it's apparently happening on this one, like the kid found in China and such, it's only one town. This one little town in the French Alps or whatever, wherever it is over there. And they're all being reborn close to the town itself. They're all people who died there. And there's more of a supernatural aspect of it. So we'll see what happens. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes of that season yet.
What's that thing we were watching where they're in London?
London?
Yeah, England. The Saudi guy picked up the little Arab kid.
That's not a zombies. That's a disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking the survivors. Yeah, that's a whole different. That's Armageddon also, but that's a disease and then not zombies or dead returning to life or any of that. That's pretty good too. It's actually a remake of an older UK show of the same title from the 1970s. The 70s version is definitely dated. Not nearly as well done, but the 90s, the 2000s one, that's pretty good. While I have no idea if a zombie apocalypse would ever actually be possible, disease is not something exactly unknown for ravaging human populations.
And only the handful of the immune, which is 6 people: the prisoner, the doctor.
Yeah, Well, there's probably plenty of others hiding in their houses, traumatized and not wanting to come out.
Oh, that camp director guy.
Yeah, him. Yeah, there are survivors. I think they said like 10% of the population which is going to survive. So that's quite a number of people, but they're scattered all over the country, and a lot of them aren't going to come, looking for you. They're hiding. Gas station guy, remember, he blew himself up. This is my gas. Okay.
Can't have it. I can't have it. You ain't getting it. Well, I'm glad Terry got some jobs lined up.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see if she gets one.
So what happened with the dry cleaning? Was that one of them, or is that a?
No, that's not one of them.
Oh,
apparently that fell through and never got back to her, so she didn't get that one.
What are the other three?
She said 2 of them were office type jobs and one of them was a cafeteria job. I mean, between the 3 of them, she's got to at least get one. So I think only one of them is actually full time. Well, I told her part time's better than no time, which is what you got now. So
yeah, the unemployment dried up in
a long time ago. Yeah.
And then the disability that Billy's getting is less than his actual paycheck, right?
I would imagine so.
What, did he fall down the stairs or something?
Tripped over something on the stairs and fell down or something like that.
Sister's kid is still employed. What's the sister do?
Whose sister?
Terry's sister.
Oh, something with accounting.
Is she around here?
I don't think so.
Well, actually, she's got to be up in Kingston, right?
I would suppose you'd have to ask Terry these questions. I don't know.
That's where the kid works, right?
Yeah.
But I think the kid is the kid don't live on her own, right?
I don't think so. No. Kid's going to be a psychologist, and Terry is going to be the test subject. Terry told me that herself, so I guess it's true. I said, why don't you just let the kid watch all the YouTube videos? You get all the stories that way.
What's her sister's name? I don't even know.
She probably told me 200 times. I don't remember.
Forgot to look up the wrench. Oh well. It ain't worth anything.
No, just a curiosity.
Yeah. It's like that brass padlock worth all of $1.
Again, just a curiosity. That's all they really are. Stuff like that is common because they made millions of them and no one really threw them away until they broke. Or we lost the key to it. I'm sure there's plenty of those locks still in use. No reason why they wouldn't be. Lock is a lock. It's like a doorknob. Why replace it until it falls off? Got hundreds of those locks down the shop. Constantly turning them up in the fucking scrap.
Oh, so I told that lady about her little thing in the closet there, and I says, well, here's what you have to do with that. And she was like, oh, she said, I figured it was something along those lines.
Yeah.
So, so I said, that's that. And I said, there's
Darmody and Richard Harrow both had 32 Colt pocket models.
Oh, that's exactly what.
Well, you remember in the bar scene with all the hookers when they first met?
Barely.
He takes them to get a drink. When they met, remember they met in the VA?
Yeah.
He takes them. They left and they went up. They went to a bar to get a drink with Jimmy's place, and then they start talking about guns and stuff like that. Richard Harrow is. And Jimmy says something about having a 32 Colt pocket. Oh, Richard Harrow goes, "Yes, that's an excellent gun for killing men, and I have one too." And they talk about their other guns and shit like that. And I believe he actually did. Yes, he did use it in the scene where he attacks the fucking the big whorehouse, the hotel. And he kills all those guys in there and shit. He goes crazy to get the kid back.
Yeah. That was the 32.
One of the 3 guns he used was 32. The 32 pocket model.
I was like, he made it, and then no, he's dreaming. He's dead on the beach.
Yeah, well, he died in France anyway. Like a lot of guys of that generation, they never came home. Not really.
And of course, there's a little cameo there by Jimmy.
Yep.
Like you said, I was wrong. He won't be back. I was wrong. He did come back for a cameo.
Yeah.
Oh, he found the pin in his leg there, or knee, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, when are we going to see her behind bars there? Is it...
I guess that would be... We just watched season 4, right? That'd be season 5.
That was like the very, very end, and then...
You got to wait a long time to see it, Scott.
God.
Next year.
That's awful.
Well, season 4 only just ended. Won't even be out on DVD yet for probably 3 or 4 months.
Fuck.
And then Mike's not going to have HBO for season 5 because that was only a limited time thing. He's not going to pay for it, so that means you got to wait for the DVD to come out. So that means another year and a half, 2 years almost.
And the sheriff got picked up by the Iceman.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
Who's now chummy with Capone.
Yeah. What's my name?
Yeah.
So that movie we saw, that was pretty true about Atlantic City? Or everybody getting arrested at the end there?
Well, that operation, yeah, that was a real operation. Ab scam. Late 70s.
That guy got screwed.
Oh, big time.
He wanted a promotion. He wanted everything. So how's it gonna look? The guy that you arrested scammed you, had a $2 million involving another scam that supposedly didn't exist.
Yeah.
the look on his face. So that was what was it? The mayor of Camden or something?
Well, yeah, and in reality, it was the mayor of Camden that got in trouble, not the
Well,
police.
what they gave was we gave the money back, so we only got 18 months.
Well, there's a creepy moon.
And then that blonde girl, I guess, went off with Harold at the end of the movie there.
Yeah. Now, when Boardwalk Empire comes back, I wonder if we're going to see more George Remus. He was a fascinating character. He was a lawyer in real life.
He was the one that you have rats in your cellar.
Yeah.
Him, that guy. That's okay.
George Remus, the one who talked about himself in the third person.
Yeah.
George Remus would okay. He really did.
In the fishbowl.
He did that in real life. He actually did that. But he was a lawyer who was defending Prohibition clients early on, about 1920, 21, and he saw the enormous amount. I mean, these guys would be fined $500,000, and they would just pull out these wads of bills, start peeling off bills, nothing like it was nothing. And he suddenly realized, why the hell am I defending these guys? I should be joining these guys. So he started buying distilleries, and he started paying off everybody imaginable for permits, everything else. He had a huge operation in the Midwest.
The guy with the funny laugh. I don't remember what
Not him.
No. But when he called up, he said, he sent Nookie sent him out there to what, Indiana or something.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, I'm at the distillery, and it was this gigantic." So what happened is, is that one in use now, or?
It will be shortly. Yeah. That's one of the things they did was buy up these distilleries. They didn't want the distillery. What they wanted was the enormous amounts of alcohol that were contained in them under government quarantine. These can only be released for the use of special licenses, which were difficult to obtain unless you paid the hell out of people, which the mobsters did. And they got this alcohol, which was supposed to be for medicinal purposes or whatever, and of course it was shipped to the speakeasies. And then they started some of these distilleries back in operation for making medicinal this and that or whatever, but in fact they were making illegal hooch. That's what George Remus was doing, until he ran up against a federal prosecutor in one county he moved into who refused to play ball.
Oh, I saw a special on PBS called Secrets of New York, and they did a thing with Prohibition. Was that Ed Norton and Jackie Gleason there?
Yeah.
Were in a movie where they would pose as agents, and then you've just been busted by the who are those two famous guys?
I forget.
Yeah, and then they were in a little thing there.
Well, what happens to Remus is he gets fucking busted. He goes to jail. While he's in jail, he left everything in control of his wife. His wife was carrying on an affair with the Prohibition agent that put him in jail. And together they looted his empire.
Oh, God.
They sold his distilleries, they sold all his holdings, and they were making off with the money, and then she filed for divorce while he was locked up. He gets out. Of course, back then, divorce is not like today. You had to go to hearings, everything else. He's on the way to his divorce hearing. He sees his wife and his daughter pass by in a car. He chases down in a cab. He chases down the cab, opens the door, and shoots the fucking wife right there. Shot her dead. Boom. Goes to trial where he represents himself. Pleads temporary insanity. And gets off on it.
Do you hear the blue lights?
He got off, yeah. It was one of the first, I think the first case of successful use of the insanity defense.
And then they show the Ponzi scheme, or the original guy is...
Oh, yeah. Well, everything has an original somewhere, you know. It started someplace. Every scam out there.
I'm broke. Some guy named Ponzi took my money.
Yeah.
And then later in the end of the season, I'm back. Damn, I was hoping not to have to wait a year for that.
Yep, you got a long wait. But you know what? If you want to know how it runs, all you gotta do is look it up in the history books. That show at least does follow the history books, you know, so that's easy. You know what's going to happen next. It's already there. I mean, there's a few minor characters that are not based on actual people, but they're not the actual people, you know, so you don't really know what's happening with them. But for most of the characters in there, it's all right out of the history books. They don't have to invent much of anything. It's probably one of the easiest shows to write for. You know, characters like Remus, like what is the bagman for Harding's oh god, and Harding's Attorney General.
Who
forget
did
his fucking name.
Robert De Niro just play tonight?
Pelagio?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't a real guy. They changed the name. The actual guy had a different name. Because at this time, and Meyer Lansky too, he wasn't.
Yeah, him, yeah.
Meyer Lansky, at this time, this was 1978, you know, he was a very old man living in Florida. He'd already evaded government prosecution once, and he really wasn't involved in the rackets anymore at that point. That was well past the time he was involved in that. But there were others that were they were a whole new generation of mobsters. Could have been anybody from Roy DeMeo to who the hell knows who. You know, from the New York Five families, he would have been involved in that. They wouldn't have been dragging a Florida mobster all the way to fuck up to New Jersey to do business. Jersey had plenty of its own mobsters. And so did New York, especially in the 70s. There were some very big names still, you know, playing at that time.
And he spoke Arabic.
Yeah. Big Paul Castellano was still alive, and he was the boss of New York. You know, there were a lot of big shots at that time who would end up in the history books. Oh boy! Oh man! You gonna throw up over there?
Jesus Christ, it's awful.
Oh man!
Oh, it stinks.
Oh, I can taste it.
Jesus. Oh, God.
Yeah,
it's awful.
that's raw skunk.
Oh.
Raw skunk. Oh man!
Oh, God. Oh. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Oh. Holy shit.
You want me to fart and make it better?
Yes, please. Oh, I welcome it.
Get Mike in here one of his stuffing farts.
Oh, please. Please do. Oh, it's just fucking awful.
Now I wish I had a cigar with me.
Oh, my
Man, I can still smell it. That was so fucking. That was fresh.
Shit.
Was it you that caused it to happen? Did you scare a skunk or something on the road?
Jeez.
That's an incredibly fresh blast.
Ugh.
It's trapped in the fucking car.
Jeez. Oh.
I think the cloud landed on the car is the problem.
Oh, God, I think it's in the car.
It is in the car.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh. Oh, God, get the tomato juice. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, God, that's just fucking awful. Oh. As far away from that as I can.
Skunked.
Oh. God, they get me every time.
I know you're coming. There's probably 5 or 6 skunks laying out a blast wave back there.
Oh.
Okay, guys, ready? Here he comes. Here he comes. Now!
God, give me a little freaking white pill. God, fucking World War I gas. Oh. Oh. God, I can still smell it. Oh. Man. Shit, my eyes are watering. Jeez, it jumped into the air vent. In the back seat of the car or something.
Mike's gonna be laughing his ass off when he watches that part of this movie.
Hey, nothing funny about that.
No. It's only funny if you're not in the fucking car.
Oh. Oh. Happy fucking first day of spring.
Yeah. Well, actually, we've seen skunks before this. And they've been out. And there was a dead one not long ago, 2 weeks ago in the middle of the road.
Good. One less one. Things are worse than the raccoons, man. Hunt them things down. Ugh. God, now how they feel in the trenches when the gas came over.
Gas, gas, gas! Mustard gas.
Yeah, I think the mustard gas would clear that up a little bit. God, it's in my throat and in my eyes. Oh. Oh. God. gone. God, never smelled anything so fucking rancid. Oh. Cats keep these things away in the yard?
I don't think they mess with them. I rarely see skunks in the yard, very rarely. Once every 4 or 5 years, one might wander in. That's about it.
Oh, that's good.
Well, of course, I'm not around looking for them. You know, they tend to be shy animals. They don't come around too often. One of the little critters of the night. Uh-oh. Something else?
Looking possum.
We're not seeing more critters around tonight.
No, one is enough for the week. That's enough.
Foxes and rattly coons and stuff like that, because now that it's warmed up, they're up and around.
Well, hopefully that's one less.
Well, we didn't see a body, so I guess it just got scared and ran away. But didn't get it squished.
Dog probably started barking.
Where?
Oh, wherever the skunk was.
No, it probably got too close to a car and blasted off in fear. That's why I said, was it this car that did it? You know, was it on the side of the road or something? You got a little too close?
No, because the stink was already there.
Was it?
We drove through the green cloud. Mike don't need to see that. That's not very funny.
Well, it's part of the video now. Gasping, the choking, the gagging.
Filthy animal.
blinking the lights at us? Was he just flicking the lights at us? They're just trying to tell us somebody hiding up ahead with a radar gun.
Oh, is this road open? Nope.
It is actually, but it might be a little bit of mud there. So.
Ah, finally open. When did this open?
This week. Slowly melted.
There was a lot of snow there.
Oh yeah.
So see big mounds in the parking lots.
But I put it there with the loader. That's why it's so much. All right, Scott.
All right, then. I should be around next week.
Yep.
And I'll keep you posted on when I go to Florida.
Yep, I'll see what happens. This is now at an